Millions of students will ride to school this year on diesel school buses, but a new survey says that parents are ready for something cleaner. Joining us today to talk about that is Tucker Perkins, President and CEO of the Propane Education and Research Council, with some information on that survey and how we can improve that ride to school. So, Tucker, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, what does this new survey tell us about how parents feel about school transportation?
87% of the parents and educators we surveyed nationwide told us clearly they wanted their children riding to school in a better bus than diesel, one that was low emission and propane powered. Why do they tell us that? Because they know it's better for their children, it's better for the environment, and it's better for the school system. And that's really not how we do it today, right? Most children are riding to school in the same bus I rode to school in, a bus powered by diesel fuel. And it's time to get parents on board to ask their school systems, give my child a cleaner, safer ride to school.
Well, how are these propane buses better for our kids?
Well, we've both been behind that school bus when it left the bus stop, seen the cloud of black smoke come to us, smelled that cloud of black smoke. We know what's in that. Harmful pollutants that damage a child's lungs, create the conditions for asthma, bronchitis. We also now know from the 22,000 buses operating around the country, these buses are quieter. Children can have conversations at a normal level with their friends. They hear instructions from their driver. Their teachers tell us they came to school calmer. They got into learning mode faster. It is a major improvement for a child when they're given the chance to ride to school in a propane-powered bus.
And Tucker, what are some ways that cleaner fuels like propane can actually help the environment?
Well, we've gotten rid of that cloud of black smoke for starters, and while it's dangerous to children and they ride the bus, it's dangerous to every adult, animals, plants. So we've gotten rid of that when we move from diesel to propane. But as we think about the environment, we think about carbon and climate change, these propane buses have lower greenhouse gases, so they're clearly better for the environment.
And what about the cost of these lower emission buses? Did parents weigh in on that too in the survey?
A very interesting part of the survey, because parents said, yes, overwhelmingly, I want my child on a propane bus. I want all children to be given that luxury. But how will we afford it? Who's going to pay for it? What does it mean to me? And here's the truth. As we compare propane to diesel buses, then they cost about the same initially, but the operating cost of a propane bus is half that. Most school systems save upwards of $5,000 per bus per year by switching from diesel to propane. So not only do you get this quieter, cleaner, healthier ride for the child, a quieter street, a better planet, you save up to $5,000 a bus.
And Tucker, do you know how many propane school buses are in use right now? How common are they?
Well, it makes infinite sense. And so we're really proud. Ohio as a state, they have nearly 1,000 propane buses running nationwide. We have 22,000 buses running, and we're proud of those numbers. We're proud of those fleet managers that made those steps forward. We still have 400,000 buses to go, nearly 20 million children whose lives we can impact positively. So we've come a long way. We have a long way to go.
This has been a lot of great information. Where can our viewers go to learn more?
We have a website called betterourbuses.com, betterourbuses.com, and it's a place for parents to go. The last question in the survey told us that parents, once they learned these facts, once they had done their research, they were 90% more likely to act. So we're encouraging parents to go, betterourbuses.com, learn the facts, and then engage. Find your friends, go to the PTA, find your school board, and make a change.
All right, Tucker Perkins, CEO of the Propane Education and Research Council. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.